Hi, I'm Jess and I'm in Year 10, and for my International Women's Day presentation I'm going to be talking about the misconception of feminism and stigma surrounding it created by today's society. When preparing this slide, I was worried that people might judge me based on what many think about feminism. Even a close friend, when I told them I was doing this, acted skeptically. When I say the words "I'm a feminist," I'm commonly met with a negative reaction. This may be a casual roll of the eye, grumbling under the breath, or often I am pointedly asked the question, "So you think that women are better than men?" Frequently, I wonder why the word is so unpopular and why so many people seem to have an aversion towards the concept of feminism. The dictionary definition of feminism is the belief and aim that women should have the same rights and opportunities as men. So you can see that it's not necessarily about making the human experience better for one sex rather than the other. Although many think the world is already an equal place for all, and as such, there is no longer a need for feminism, if we look at the current differences in pay, you will see that this simply isn't the case. That's not all. As you can see, there are several examples of current gender equality that women and girls face today. This is why the feminist movement is vital in order to improve the world we live in, making it more equal for everyone. For example, there are times where gender bias also has a negative impact on the male members of society. These two are important issues that true feminists will strive to combat in the name of equality for all. But feminism today is not just about what is going on in your own country or town. It is about speaking up for those all around the world who face injustices and might not have the luxury to stand up for themselves. For example, 71% of all trafficking worldwide are women and girls. 15 million girls are forced to marry each year. That's 28 forced marriages every minute. I do, however, think it's important that we don't just focus on the negative. As such, let's look back at the history of the feminist movement and see how the actions of women from the past has made society a better place for women today. So when did feminists start? In 1852, feminists first appeared in the Oxford English Dictionary, and 1895 for feminism. However, the idea of feminism can be seen long time before then. In ancient Rome, during the 3rd century BCE, a group of women barricaded the Forum in protest against laws that limited women's use of expensive goods, and to get Marcus Porcius Cato to repeal the laws. In the 15th century, a Venetian woman, Laura Creta, published Personal Letters, a volume of 82 letters voicing women's complaints about denial of education, marital oppression, and many other topics. Mary Wollstonecraft wrote a Vindication of the Rights of Women in 1792, which calls on men as well as women to put in place the social and political change to gain equal rights. In 1971, famous feminist Gloria Steinem joined Betty Friedan and Bella Abzug in founding the National Women's Political Caucus, which is an organisation which recruits and trains women who are running in elections for government roles in the USA. So despite the positive impact of feminism, why does this movement get so much of a negative response? It's interesting that in a 2018 government poll in the UK about the gender pay gap and equal rights showed that 71% of people say they agree with equal pay for women. However, only 34% of people say they were feminists. Perhaps it's important we address some of the common misconceptions of feminism. It's the thought that feminism is a concept that women want to be superior to men, or that feminism is a man-hating movement, or maybe feminism is just for women, or even feminism is fighting for something that has already been achieved. It's these myths that make feminism seem like an unattractive movement to associate with. Many think that being a feminist would make you unlikable, overly opinionated, and all-round difficult. It is this that makes so many young people feel like they should be silenced. I truly believe that we should all be feminists, but don't just take my word for it.
Why are you a feminist?
I'm a feminist because I think equality is important.
Well, I'm a firm believer that we must have equal opportunities irrespective of gender.
I'm a feminist because I think everyone should be given the same opportunities regardless of their gender.
I believe in equality for both genders. I'm not necessarily one to be thinking about just women, but everybody should have equal rights.
I'm a feminist because I believe that everybody should have equal rights. I'm a feminist because I'm inspired by people like Rosa Parks, who we use in religious studies quite a lot to look at someone, particularly a female, who changed the cultural and political climate at the time of her life.
Because I believe that everyone deserves the same.
The Spice Girls, they're a 90s band, right? They had this anthem and this mantra of girl power. And actually, if you think about feminism, it's about power, and it's about power imbalances. And we live in a world where there are loads and loads of power imbalances. And what is feminism? Feminism is trying to make that more equal, to empower women and girls to make their own decisions and live their own lives. And so, how can you not be?
As I'm sure you already know, this year's International Women's Day theme is Break the Bias. With that in mind, I aim to support breaking the bias through promoting feminism and encouraging all, male, female, and however you identify, to support the fight for equality in all countries for all women. Supporting the cause can be as simple as willing to learn and listen to women and men. Most importantly, I encourage you to speak out, challenge those around you, and do your bit to make the world a more equal place.